Your audience on YouTube is evolving right now. They're getting tired of flashy and fast-paced edited videos. All those jump cuts, all those dramatic zoom-ins, all of that chaos. And I'm about to show you channels that blew up, got lots of views, and made serious money with minimal or no editing at all. And the craziest part is that their audiences actually prefer this style. People are tired of being artificially stimulated all the time. They want genuine human connection. They want authentic conversations, and they want to feel like they're talking to a real friend. In our hyper-connected digital world, people crave real connection. And the YouTubers who understand this will dominate the platform. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why it works. Plus, I'll give you a bunch of examples of people that are making it work and how you can use it to finally grow your channel. So if you appreciate me doing this type of content, let me know by gently tapping that like button. And let's dive in right now. All right, guys, the first thing you need to understand is it's the idea, not the editing. The idea is the thing that matters in your video, not your editing style. Now, there are certain types of ideas where a lot of editing actually does work. You don't need fancy cuts or Hollywood level edits. If your concept makes people curious, they'll watch everything. M&J Metal on YouTube completely proves this point. This channel didn't blow up because of any editing style. They succeeded because of one simple, curious idea. His video was about how to make pickle Pepsi at home for free. That's it. That was the hook. And if you weren't aware, pickle Pepsi is this thing that KFC just put out. I think it's only available in Canada and certain locations in the United States right now, but it caused a lot of buzz on social media because most people think of pickles and Pepsi and they would never in their entire lives think that they would go well together. But it's actually kind of good. I tried it, but still weird. With that being said, this gentleman also tried pickle Pepsi. He liked it, but he's like, I don't really want to have to pay for it because I think it's overpriced. So he figured out how to make it from home, and then he recorded a video of himself doing just that. Now, look at the editing in this video. There's literally no editing whatsoever in the footage. Just one continuous take from start to finish. He pressed record, and he basically talked and then uploaded the raw file. There's also no specific thumbnail. It's just a still shot from the video itself. And it's completely unpolished and totally authentic. And as of recording this video, it's gotten over 2 million views and he's made $10,000 from a 4-minute video that probably took him about 4 minutes and 30 seconds in total to make and then upload. Now, with all due respect to him, this really proves the point because not only is his editing not good, right? There's no editing, but on top of that, the video itself is pretty bad. It looks like it was recorded with an old, early 2000s Nokia flip phone, and the audio's bad. And when he's making the pickle Pepsi, he doesn't even show himself making it. So I don't know what he was thinking he was doing with the camera, but he was actually making it below the camera. So the camera didn't even capture him making the pickle Pepsi. He was just describing what he's doing, and you're just seeing his face essentially, right? So it's just objectively not a very good video. No offense to him, but it didn't really matter. Before uploading the video, he had a channel with literally hundreds of uploads, about 641 videos in total, according to View Stats. And from those 641 videos, he basically had no subscribers. And then one video changed everything, and now he has over 100,000 subscribers in under 2 weeks. So this just proves that it is the idea that matters. It matters more than anything else. If you have a winning idea, literally everything else about the video can be terrible. And no offense to him, I truly don't mean this as an insult or anything like that. In fact, M&J Metal, if you see this, I will give you a free consulting session. Just let us know if you want that. But no offense to him, but this video was objectively just really, really bad. And it didn't matter because people cared about the idea. A lot of people were really curious about pickle Pepsi. KFC was spending a bunch of money on advertising talking about pickle Pepsi. And so it was the right idea at the right time. And that is why his video did well. So always remember this. Yes, does it help a little bit to have good editing, a good thumbnail, good title, good intro, give value in your video? Yes, all of those things help. But more than anything else, it's the idea of the video. If it's an idea whose time has come, right? The right idea at the right time, you can have a super mediocre or in some cases even bad video and you're still gonna get millions of views. All right, quick break. This Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm hosting a free live workshop called The Greatest Business to Start in 2026 with YouTube. If you've been struggling to find your YouTube niche, or you don't want to spend months or even years building a channel around something that isn't profitable or just doesn't work for you in general, then this workshop is for you. Because for everyone who shows up live, I'll be giving away the Hidden Niche Finder 2.1. This is the most advanced version of my GPT-powered niche validation tool yet, and it's designed to help you instantly test and uncover profitable YouTube niches before you invest your time, money, and effort into the wrong one. And it's the most refined, data-driven version so far, and I'll be giving it away completely free, but only during this live workshop. So attend the free live workshop by clicking that link down the description and the pinned comment below to grab it. You'll also be able to ask me questions live, so I look forward to meeting you. Oh, and just a heads up, this will be probably one of the last times I'll be giving away a version of the Niche Validator for free, so make sure you click that link and show up to the workshop. Make sure you put it in your calendar, and I look forward to seeing you there. Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Okay, so now that we've established that the idea is the most important thing, let's talk about the second most important thing. Because after you spend time coming up with winning ideas, which I talk about how to do, by the way, in my free training, which will be this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Check it out in the description and the pinned comment below. So once you have an idea where you know that people actually care about that idea, there's a lot of demand for the idea, and there's not a lot of supply, just like the Pickle Pepsi video. And you wanna make sure that the thumbnail, the title, and the hook are congruent with each other. And this is a part that a lot of people mess up. So let me give you an example of this. I found this really good channel called Jim Burrows Thrives. And this is an older gentleman, and he is around retirement age, and he made a YouTube channel. Now, as a side note, one thing I talk about on the channel quite a bit is how it's actually significantly easier for older people to grow and make money on YouTube than it is for younger people, simply because of supply and demand. There's a lot of demand for older people making content because there's other older people watching content, and then there's also younger people who like to basically hear the wisdom of older people. And yet almost everybody on social media that's making content is younger, right? So there's a massive amount of demand, there's not a lot of supply, and that is the perfect combination for it to be significantly easier for older creators to actually blow up on YouTube. So this gentleman, Jim Burrows Thrives, was making a lot of videos, and you could see that he wasn't really getting a lot of traction, right? If you look at this screenshot right here, 7 months ago, a video got like 492 views, then 124 views, 182 views, 139, 131, 387. Looks like he had one that's a little bit better, right? 1,000 views, and then 148 views. So his videos were not doing very well. And the funny thing is, he was putting a lot more effort into those videos. I mean, just look how busy the thumbnail is in this 492 view video, right? He put a ton of effort into that thumbnail. There's a lot of words. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 total words on the thumbnail. Very colorful. Clearly he put a lot of effort into that. And then he uploaded this video right here. Just a picture of him, some simple text that says, "Don't waste your life," and then a title that says, "It took me 40 years to realize what I'll tell you in 8 minutes." Now, he stopped doing these types of thumbnails that you see younger people doing all the time, where it's very busy, it's very colorful, has a lot of text, and he uploaded a raw, authentic video with very little editing, both on the thumbnail as well as the title and the intro. And then the video itself was raw and authentic as well. And it took me 40 years to realize what I'll tell you in 8 minutes. So in my opinion, this is really good packaging of an idea that's really winning right now on YouTube, which is basically where older people or people that have a lot of experience in a certain industry, for instance, try to package as much of their knowledge down to a short video as possible and share that with you. And of course, this video blew up. It got over 2.2 million views, and it grew his channel all the way up to over 40,000 subscribers. And that one video has made at least $11,000 according to View Stats. So by packaging the video correctly, right? He had a winning idea. A lot of people were blowing up with this kind of similar type of idea, but he needed to package it correctly. And when he did that authentically in such a way where the thumbnail, the title, and the intro were congruent with each other, then that's what worked. Now, imagine if he had this same video. It took me 40 years to realize what I'll tell you in 8 minutes, but then replace this thumbnail, this raw, authentic thumbnail, with something crazy like this, right? Where it's circumstances don't matter, unknown conditions ahead, with him making an O face. The video almost certainly wouldn't have done well. Why? because the thumbnail wouldn't have been congruent with the title and the intro, right? And this is a mistake that I see people making all the time, is they'll make a good thumbnail, a good intro, and a good title, but they aren't congruent with each other. The vibe, the emotion, the whole just value proposition in general that the thumbnail gives off might be different than the title and the intro, right? So you need to make sure that you nail that. And again, that's another thing we'll talk about this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, completely free in the live training that I'm going to be doing. Click the link in the description in the pinned comment below. Additionally, I'm going to be giving away an AI that makes all of this significantly easier, and it'll save you a ton of time. I'll be going over this specific training only this one time, so don't miss out on it. And I'll be answering every single question that you could possibly have about growing and making money on YouTube. So don't miss out on it. Down in the description in the pinned comment below. Check it out down there. And I look forward to e-meeting you there. And this brings me to point 3, which is authenticity scales faster than polish. So I'm gonna use the example of my brother here. He started uploading videos that had very minimalist editing, right? They do have a little bit of editing here and there, but it's very minimalist. And he started this channel around 3 months ago, and it's already up to 20,000 subscribers. And his very first video he ever uploaded has around 798,000 views. And by the time you watch this, it's probably a lot more than that. And within 29 days after uploading his first video, he made it all the way to $214 in a single day. And then about 3 months after uploading his first video, he made it all the way to $447 in a single day. So that's a $78,000 a year run rate in the first month and $160,000 a year run rate in the first 3 months. Not bad. And that doesn't even count the money he's making from affiliate marketing, etc. And one of the biggest reasons why he did so well on this channel is simply just talking about what he knows really well. He's been in the trades for almost 30 years now, and he literally just made a channel talking about how to get in the trades, the pros and cons of getting in the trades, and which trades career would be the best for you and your situation. That's pretty much it. He just gives his hot takes on the trades, tells you the good, the bad, and the ugly, and tells you which one would likely be good for you depending on what you want. His videos are not polished. In fact, if you go back and watch his first video, he sounds extremely monotone. Some people even commented on the video asking if it's AI. I got messages from friends that knew about this experiment I was doing with the case study of, growing my brother's channel. They were asking me like, hey, are his videos AI created? And I was like, no, they're not. But it's just because he's not that good on camera. But he did what I told him to do, which is to just get started. Now he's already looking a lot better on camera, but it didn't matter that he wasn't good on camera. He just got started, and the idea did all the heavy lifting. So this proves that authenticity scales faster than polish. Do not spend forever thinking about what your first video should be about, thinking about your niche. When we uploaded this first video, we didn't 100% know what his niche was gonna be. Or, a lot of people spend a lot of time thinking like, oh, I need to get this camera or this lens or this lighting or have a nice set or all that kind of stuff, right? His set is him in between 2 ficuses. That's it. These are like trees or bushes that grow in California with a few lights. And that's about it. All right. So point number 4 is raw truth outperforms production. So this, I could kind of go back to my brother as well for this one. He just gives you the brutally honest truth about the pros and cons of different trade careers. In fact, in many cases, like some of the most popular trade careers, he says like, hey, these are the reasons why you shouldn't go into these trade careers. But let me give you another example. Ryan Robinson. Ryan talks directly to his camera with 0 editing. Like I pretty much think he doesn't edit his videos at all. If there are edits, they're very, very tiny amount. Like I didn't even catch them while I was watching his content. And then he just shares random wisdom and spiritual information naturally. And it's almost like he's having a conversation with a close friend. Now, I'm not saying what he's saying is objectively true, but what I am saying is I believe that he believes that what he's saying is the raw truth, right? It's very raw, it's very unfiltered, and it's not necessarily what you would hear from mainstream advice. And this video right here, Just Exist Bro, with a very simple thumbnail, got 2.8 million views. And this was a super simple video that he uploaded where he just talked off the cuff about just existing, bro. So he just pressed record, recorded the video, pressed stop, and then uploaded the video raw to YouTube. And he just used a still shot from the video. And according to View Stats, which usually underestimates by a lot how much money they make, he made at least $3.9 thousand, and that's just from AdSense money alone. Of course, if he's properly monetizing, he made far more than that. And it helped him grow a channel of over 180,000 subscribers in a very short period of time. So in this case, the lack of editing actually becomes the strength of the video. It proves to people that you're being very authentic with them, right? If you make a mistake, you leave it in. If you have a thought go in one direction, you just leave it in, right? You're not editing everything out if you mess up a little bit. You're just going raw off the cuff. All right, point number 5 is simple still wins. So this fifth principle might surprise you. So I'm gonna make an argument that especially right now, 2025 on YouTube, simple editing actually beats complex production. We're talking either no editing at all or light edits like basic text overlays and jump cuts every once in a while if there's a big mistake or, long silences. Basically, as long as your core message is authentic and it resonates with people, in 2025, I think that's beating retention editing. And just to be clear, on this exact channel, if you look back a year ago, when I was making videos on remote jobs, for instance, we had animations in those videos that would take literally like an entire week to make. Like each of those videos would be one editor working at least 40 hours, sometimes more to make, because that's what was working in 2023 and 2024, at least in that niche. But lately we've noticed a big shift, and that's why on this channel, we're no longer doing that retention editing style. We are much, much lighter on the editing now. And let me give you another example of someone that is making this work. Timothy. He uploaded this video right here. How to make every day so fun you don't even have time to scroll. So very simple video, still shot of the thumbnail, talking about a very simple concept that's incredibly powerful. Make every day so fun that you don't even have time to scroll on your phone. Wow, what a powerful message that is. And it's a message that probably wouldn't have worked 10 years ago. It may not work 10 years in the future, but right now, it works incredibly well. And of course, there was just basic text overlays, no fancy animations or complex motion graphics, no elaborate transitions between different sections. Of course, there's occasional B-roll clips, but mostly just talking straight to the camera. And the whole point here is that the focus stays on his message, not the flashy effects. And this simple edited video made at least $2.1 thousand in estimated revenue, and probably a lot more than that. And it grew his channel to over 125,000 subscribers.
All right, guys, for 1 month only, we are accepting people into our coaching program, Content Growth Engine, where we help you to grow and make money from your personal brand. Now, this can apply to people who are just trying to get a better job, just grow their personal brand to get a better job. Literally the best way to do this. For instance, one of our clients, Josh, was able to get an offer from 2 different FANG companies, which are the hardest companies in the world to get into, even harder than Ivy League universities. Using his personal brand, or just as a side hustle, right? Just as a way to make a little bit of extra money on the side. We teach people how to do this, or people who are already making money to make more money, or people who already have a full-fledged business and they're crushing it, and they're already have a successful YouTube channel and they want to optimize their YouTube channel and make even more money. So we've worked with literally every one of those types of people, and what makes our system so good is that we combine all of the best practices of building a personal brand, but we use AI to scale things to make it 10 times more efficient. It's something that no one else has ever discovered. It's an amazing opportunity, and that's why I'm so excited to share it with you. So we are accepting 3 to 5 people into the first cohort. You need to be very dedicated, right? Do not apply if you're not super dedicated to growing your personal brand. So you have to be serious, you have to be dedicated, you have to be willing to put in the time, effort, and money that it takes to grow a personal brand. So if that's you, go ahead, apply in the description in the pinned comment below, and hopefully we get to work together. Have a good one. Bye.
And the next point I want to make is that real moments beat fancy cuts. So audiences have seen fancy cuts and like dopamine editing and retention editing. We've been seeing that for like 5-10 years now. And it worked really well for a long time. And that's what the audience wanted for a long time as well. But now it's pretty easy to do that. And it's also pretty easy to just like kind of fake or plan out everything using AI or using big teams. And so what people really appreciate right now is authenticity. And one thing that's incredibly authentic is human connection. People want human connection right now. In fact, I think they want it above all else. They don't want cinematic editing or perfectly scripted scenes. They want human connection just like this. Model strangers. So this channel is a beautifully simple concept. They walk up to random strangers on the street, they ask to take their photo for a project, and then they ask them for genuine life advice. And the videos have absolutely minimal editing throughout. No fancy animations or complex motion graphics, no elaborate color grading or cinematic effects. Just a really nice picture of the person and then asking them for life advice. I absolutely love this channel idea, and it looks like most of the time they are asking older people for life advice. Now, as a really quick story, I remember when I was in my teens, I got the opportunity just out of pure randomness of sitting right next to a World War II veteran. And I got to talk to this World War II veteran. He told me about how he stormed the beaches of Normandy and all that kind of thing. And he gave me a little bit of life advice. And at the time, I thought it was really cool, but I didn't quite realize how amazing that was, because now there's almost no World War II veterans left. And so I love how beautiful this idea is of just interviewing older people while they're still here on the planet, because some of the wisdom and advice that older people give is absolutely priceless, right? You can't even put a price tag on that. So I absolutely love the idea of this channel. And this right here, for instance, was one of their videos that took off. Profound and heartbreaking, the most raw conversation I've ever had. 3.6 million views 8 months ago. And this video, of course, made at least $5.1 thousand. And that's pretty good money for just having a conversation with someone that doesn't last that long. In fact, it's just a 2-minute video. So it's just a picture of them having a conversation with them. I mean, I'm sure you probably have older people that walk around in your city that would be willing to give you a little bit of life advice, and you could take a picture of them and upload this to YouTube, right? This is not some kind of groundbreaking thing here. And this channel has been absolutely blowing up, and they're earning between $8.3 to $26,000. And rightfully so. This channel's got over 111,000 subscribers now. And I love it. This is just such a cool concept. And it's just so simple. You know, no fancy editing, just incredibly simple. And they're crushing it. They're also making some great videos that, you know, drop a lot of wisdom on all of us, which is amazing. So yeah, real moments in many cases are gonna beat fancy cuts. All right, so there's a lot of different questions that you probably have about growing and making money on YouTube. You know, maybe you're struggling with your niche, maybe you're struggling with video ideas, maybe you're struggling with how you think you're gonna monetize your channel. Of course, it's kind of difficult to tell how these guys are monetizing their channels. Some of them might be making like 5 or 10 times more than what they're making from AdSense if they're monetizing correctly. For instance, on my channel, I make sometimes 10 to 20 times more than I make from AdSense. With that being said, if you want to learn more about how to grow and make money on YouTube, attend the live training this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't miss out on this, okay? We're only doing this particular live training one time. We're also only giving away this AI tool, which we worked so freaking hard on, one time, okay? So do not miss out this Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I will stay after the training to answer any questions you have. Even if I have to stay an extra hour, hour and a half, whatever it takes, I will answer any question you have. So don't miss out on it. It'll be a Zoom call where you guys can ask me questions and I will talk to you and answer those questions. So definitely check that out. Also, if you are a YouTuber or a business owner, or you're like a high-level professional that doesn't have very much time, but you want to grow and make money on your YouTube channel, or grow and make money better on your YouTube channel that already exists, go ahead and apply for coaching down the description and the pinned comment below. Only do this if you're very serious about YouTube. We only work with people who are really serious and they want to save themselves a massive amount of time and grow faster. Of course, this is very limited. We can only work with a certain amount of people at a time. But if you think that's you and you think you're very serious about it, you want to shortcut it and do it a lot faster and you don't have to reinvent the wheel, then definitely check that out down in the description and the pinned comment below. On this call, we'll figure out where you are right now, where you want to be. We'll make a plan to get there and we'll see if we're a good fit to work together or not. As an example of somebody that I worked with in the past, Sean was stuck at $30,000 a month for a very long time. After 9 months of working with us, we were able to scale him all the way up to over $500,000 a month. Now, that is one of our better examples, but we have tons of examples of people who were making either nothing or a very tiny amount of money, and we were able to scale them up to a few $1,000s a month, or $5,000 or $10,000 a month. We have lots of examples like that as well, and you'll see those examples when you click on the link to schedule a call. Additionally, if you want to hear more about Sean's story, you can check that out by clicking right here.